Hi, Doug Murphy from Doug Murphy's Tackle here. Stuart Grice. How you going, Stuart?
Dougie, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. We're doing the fishing report for this weekend, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
18, 19, 20th of August.
That is us.
2023.
Yes.
Okay, Stewie. Snapper closure.
It's
Pearl
open.
Perch closure. Finished.
Finished, done, mate.
We're back into it, and so's the weather.
Yep.
30 knots for Saturday.
That's right, we've got a weather closure now. So, now look, we had guys fish the last couple of days this morning, actually, which is the 14th, 18th, whatever it is, 17th today, yep. The Thursday. And they smashed it this morning, Dougie.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
And like, guys, you saw the post I did about the weather. I sort of did my sort of thoughts on it was good for Friday, Thursday.
Yep.
Wednesday, Thursday, sorry.
Yep.
Opening day was Wednesday this week.
Yep.
And then the forecast comes through, crap, like 20 knots, and then today's meant to be 20 to 30 knots.
Yep.
And I was just blowing a bit this afternoon, but this morning, like yesterday, was like, yesterday's a little tiny bit choppy. It's like 10 knots to about 10 o'clock, I think.
Yeah.
Today was 0 knots at 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock was 5 knots, and then it came in after that. I wish you guys would get it right if you're watching. Yep. Anyhow, but for the guys that did go out and just took it in their own hand, which I should have,
yep.
They did well, Stu.
Yeah, they did well, mate.
Yep.
Good sized fish, lots of them,
Yep.
and they're biting hard.
Yep.
They've obviously had that bit of break. They don't know what a pilly looks like anymore, or a ball jig, Dougie, or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Smart ball jigs, gotta
Yep.
love these things. They are an absolute cracker for catching any species out on the bottom. They're definitely for snapper and pearlies.
Definitely.
Still getting close up, using like 60 gram.
Yeah.
And in 100 metres, we're using 100.
About 100 to 130.
120,
Yeah.
120, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. And they're called Baku. Baku is what their name is. Baku
Yeah.
Baku from Shimano. We also carry other brands as well. And but that would be the go. Just use those in close. I saw the guy yesterday got a 73, I think it was, centimetre snapper on one of these Bakus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really, really good. Stewie, I do actually add this is like gold.
The old S Factor. The best, look, I know it's a very hard thing to say, but it's one of the best scents on the market. I'm not going to say it's the best because I haven't tried them all, but
I'd say it's
it's definitely the top
testing,
two.
I'd say top one, but
Yeah.
guys, to put a little bit on the Baku jig or any other bottom type, the canvas type jigs, put it on the head and down on the tassels around the top part, around the hook area.
Yep.
Don't put it on the bottom because they'll just grab the bottom all the time and you won't hook up. Just the hooks are sitting up fairly high.
Yeah.
Give that a crack. If you're using like slow pitch jigs, like cast jigs,
So these ones here work really good on like entire stuff.
Yeah.
Look, particularly out like around this size, about 100 grams, they work a lot better out wider. So around that 50 fathoms, Dougie, like 80 to 90 metres. Mate, I cover these things with S Factor too, mate.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, definitely. But getting back to it in close, snapper. Go for it, guys. Give it a crack. 18s, 22 fathoms, 29 fathoms, 20 fathoms, 24 fathoms. Anywhere in that sub 50 metre mark off the coast here. Doesn't matter if you're up off the pin or off the seaway or down off Burley Heads or down off Tweed. The snapper all the way, guys.
Yeah.
All the way. And as Stu was saying, the size is pretty consistently around that 60 centimetre size, which is not too bad. Definitely like trade too. They've disappeared earlier year, but they've sort of rocked up the last sort of month. So I'll trade too around. Some big parrot of one of the customers, I can't remember his name, but you see his picture in the fish report this weekend. He got a nice parrot yesterday around 60 centimetres or 64. It was like a big parrot out the front here, in close. But down south he was. And there's a few cobies still being caught, Stuart. Mulloway. I just had another customer went out yesterday and got his bag of 2 mulloways, both around that sort of 10 kilo, metre 20 mark, metre 10.
Which is pretty consistent offshore. Like you catch a lot of small ones in the seaway and it can be quite hard to get a legal one, but offshore it's hard to get one that's not legal.
Yeah, they're always legal. Yeah. Never go on the size. And that's about probably it. The surf is picking up this weekend, guys. Give you an update on weather. So tomorrow is meant to be 20-30 knots from the north, and then Saturday's similar.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty windy. And then Sunday does drop back to 10 to 15 knots from the southwest.
So it swings around. The
swell is 1.5 metres to 2.5 metres, but dropping on Sunday. So just be really careful. That swell's going to be low tide in the morning, I dare say, is it right?
Very early.
Very early, yeah. So just be careful of that swell if you're going out around the bar and the seaway. Hopefully it drops out by Sunday morning. But I think Saturday is a inshore day.
Yep.
And Sunday might be offshore. Tomorrow morning, Friday, inshore day again.
Yep.
Bloody day. Yep. We'll get your snapper gear ready.
Yep.
That's it. So Stewie, add a bit wider.
Yeah.
If you guys went out deep dropping, how did a couple of mates go?
Good. So like lots of pearlies out in that, say 130 to 150 metres, Dougie.
Yep.
A few flame snapper beyond that, and say that 2 to 250.
Yep.
Barcode, it's kind of all happening. There's been a little bit of current, but the other day it's kind of dropped out.
Yeah, it's about 1.2 at the max. So it's sort of up and down, but not too bad. And the water temp's picking up. Dolphin fish stew all around the fads.
Lots of dolphin fish around the fads and pretty good size. So like casting stick baits like this type of thing, that'll always get your bit better size dolly and a bit more fun. But if not, half a pilly, Doggy. Pretty hard to beat, mate.
Yeah, so those lures are holding up around about that 40 gram weight. So you can actually hide a bit away from the fad, maybe 40, 50, 60 metres, and peg a long cast towards the fad and work it back out.
Yeah.
And quite often those bigger dollies are actually out a little bit away from around where you think they're on the buoy or that area, up current of the buoy. And they're out just scouting around a bit wider. So that's how you pick the bigger ones up. We're staying away a bit from it, obviously on the northern side of the fad, casting south towards it, because that's the way they're hanging. Once you get past the fad, south side of the fads, you won't get as many fish. Yeah, unless you're trolling around by luck. Yeah. Stewie, jigging, Kings and Amjack have been really good too. Just using like this type of jig, Seki jigs is really good. As fellas there.
It's a Gomoku one, Doug. You come fully rigged, ready to go, tie it straight on.
Good sharp hooks, they're ready to roll. Running about P3 to P5 line. Which is sort of 30 to 80 pound sort of size, or 50 to 80 pound. And jigging hard, jigging hard. So not slow pitch, but quite fast.
Fast jigging,
Fast jigging. It's probably about it for offshore. I think spanning crabs. I haven't heard much in the last week or two because the weather's been cruddy, as you know. But we will find out probably next week. We get a few good days in there. Definitely worth a crack on those. Every month gets closer to Christmas now. They get better and better. Okay, they get bigger and bigger. And you'll see the pros working out there too. Okay, we'll come in shore and head up to the pin. I was at the pin during the week doing flatty fishing. Oh, Sunday. What's Sunday? Monday.
I fish Sunday before work.
I fish Monday. That's right, there's a bit of a quiet bite.
I know, like, look, we both managed a couple.
We did. But I've got half a dozen actually, but it's got better it's got better the last couple of days. Not 2 hours instead of an hour. It's got better the last couple of days. And the fishing this weekend, so it's a real hot bite period yesterday, today, tomorrow, even though it's windy, and then it tapers back off again Saturday and Sunday. So give it a crack. But there's definitely not many flatties around the bar area yet, Stu. There's a few little ones.
No, they're still west.
They're still west.
Go west.
Midwest.
Midwest.
Highlands. Sandmax they're called.
Only when it's low tide, that's when they're highland.
That's right.
Anyway, but I'd be fishing up Tiger Mullet, up towards Cabbage Tree, all up around there, and just fish the drains. You've got that low tide of it early morning, so I'd definitely try to figure out a drain, Doug. You need to find a highway where they're going to move up on the flat, because they want to get up there and feed. So situate yourself out the front of a drain, fish that area, and then as soon as you can get up on the flat and join them, get up there and
troll some little lures around top of the flats.
Little lures work quite well.
These are good. These are both divers lures, double clutch, and one of the little spike lures, which is those fellows there. You can see those close. They are really, really good. And I'm slow trolling about 2 to 4 k's an hour. If you're going over 4 k's an hour, you're going to drop it in and out of gear. And it's true. What do you
like the little Shimano Bantam ones, they work an absolute treat. The little Pavlo shad, and that's a little Rapala on the top too.
So those two that Stu's held up now, they get a little bit deeper, so they're in that sort of 1.5 to 2.5 metres. The ones I held up are in that sort of about sub 1 metre to about 1.5 metres. So the bibs, as the bibs get bigger and more space on them, they get a bit deeper. And as they come shorter bib or more sloped down like that, instead of like that, they're shallower. Anyhow, Stewie, you're fishing the Top Gun. Stewie comes second last year in the Top Gun, so he's like up for auction on Friday night. So if you want to go and learn all about these flatties, he's up for auction Friday night. So how the Top Gun works, guys, is you bid, and you bid for one of the top 10 anglers. Is it 10?
10 or 11, I think.
10 or 11,
something like that.
And then you fish with them for the day in a competition that has a fairly good prize packet of cash and other stuff. And if you're not a Top Gun angler, you can also compete against other guys who yourself, or get your own team, whatever. It's a great comp, and I've fished that many times, and so Stu as well. And we've been Top Gun anglers for many times too. But Stewie's doing it again this year, so Stewie, good luck in that, buddy.
Yeah, do thanks, mate. You threw me in the deep end, Dougie. The deal actually was, I'll call Dougie out on this. I was supposed to do last year, Dougie was supposed to do this year. I think he's a bit scared, but anyway.
I don't get scared.
Don't worry, I'm scared.
Oh,
a shocker. It's not a good year, mate. It's not a good year.
Stewie,
Nah, we'll see how we go.
But Stewie, just like last year, you said the same thing and you got me home sick. You nearly got this, Stewie. This year, mate.
Yep.
It's up to you, buddy.
That's it. Miracles happen.
You know where the fish are. It's got to do it.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's plenty of flatheads around.
There is.
Around jumping pin area. Yep. And whiting, I saw a couple of old guys. I had a quick go and clean the bank on Monday, and there was 2 gentlemen there fishing for whiting on the run out tide, and I saw them pull a couple of
they caught a few. Yeah.
So that was on the edge of cleaning the bank. Okay. So there's a few whiting around there. Obviously, they'll be down around Sipping Sands.
Yep.
And probably over around Gold Bank in that area as well.
Yeah.
The tailor, I did hear there's a few tailor. Ross got a few again, I heard.
Yeah, and the gutters.
The gutters,
yep.
But you can't do it now because the tide swell's too big and the wind's too strong. But on the southern end of, northern end of South Australia.
Yeah.
Guys, if the swell does drop off and the wind's obviously southwest on Sunday morning, you might be able to even just beach fish and cast.
Yeah, just walk over. Yep.
Would be good up that top end there and sort of wherever you can find a good little gutter. And take a couple of sort of, around that 40 to 60 gram lures with you and metals and all this type of thing.
Yeah, stick baits work good. Yeah, I prefer the stick bait, a bit bigger fish normally. Yeah.
Cast those and get yourself some flatties. Some tailor, sorry.
Yeah.
You'll get flatties at a certain
You will actually, on plastics.
This time of the year they seem to rock up there.
Yeah.
I don't know where they come from. They seem to bypass the area and go maybe out to the beach and they come back in again. No. Yeah. Don't know. Can't get dusky flatties coming from the reef, I don't think.
No.
Okay, so anyhow, sand crabs, haven't heard much. Muddy's still catching them. There's still pros working their pots everywhere, so a resume around all over the joints. So they're getting a few crabs, I think.
Yeah, they're good quality at the moment too. They're big, they're hard. Yep.
So we'll now move down to the Broadwater. So Aldershot, Stuart.
Aldershots, plenty of flatties around the Aldershots at the moment because there's heaps of bait. Yeah. So you definitely want to fish areas where you see birds working or pelicans feeding or shags or cormorants feeding along an edge. You want to head over there and throw little lures. Like like little vibes work pretty good. Just anything around that type of size. If not, Dougie, plastics work really good. So like the smaller McCarthy's, they've been working pretty good. Like fish 2.5 inch guys or 3 inch, like they're small, but they work.
I was just saying to Stuart before that McCarthy's, the new 3 inch one, is in my top 4 select soft plastics at the moment, and they keep changing places and positions, I should say, pole positions. But they're definitely in the top 4, the 3 inch at the moment. They're really good. But in top 2 positions, he's just gone from nowhere to second. Yeah,
that's right. They work so good. The Rapala Crush City, the Imposter, the Prawn, really good. And Dougie, like that's if there's white bait around, the colour's called white bait. It's going to work. Yeah.
You sort of know what's going to work and that's going to work.
Yeah.
I just want you guys' attention on the plastics and soft plastics and flatties. We have got a flatties seminar on this Thursday night, which is not tonight, but next week, Thursday.
24th.
24th, that's correct.
Yeah.
We will probably run another one again on the 31st because we'll be booked out on this one, I think. So, but we will take bookings on the phone. Just give us a ring at the shop here.
Yeah.
And we'll book in sort of 30 people on each session.
Yeah.
And but we'll teach you all about soft plastic fishing and soft vibe fishing and little soft vibes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, it's a better picture.
Yeah.
And so we spill all of the beans, and for those of you that fish in a Flathead Classic or any of the Elite series, that's the night to come along.
Yeah.
And learn a bit. Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to the scene. So now we're talking about all the shots. So down around Crab Island Street.
Yeah, Crab Island's been not too bad. Like Crab Island flats this time of year, generally there's a few bigger fish around it, Dougie. They've kind of moved out the Coomera. They're travelling towards the Seaway. They're in that middle of the range. They're eating big stuff because they're getting ready to spawn. But I'd be fishing like big hard bodies like those fellas there. So Athlete on the top, definitely in the top 5 of my big casting lures. Little Rapala on the second one, and that's one of the new Toughias on the bottom. I haven't used one yet, but Dougie, the colour's right and they look really good.
They look really good. I haven't used them yet either. Very whiting colour, that one.
Yeah.
And it looks like a whiting too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be good. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, plenty of flatties around, folks. This weekend, the tides are going to be low tide early morning or very early. So you got run up tide, then the whole afternoon's run out tide. I dare say it's going to be a better afternoon bite than a morning bite.
From about lunchtime onwards, probably.
Yeah. So up to you guys, but you want to go, but might be worth the crack.
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon or Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
And whiting, they should be getting around the back of wave break now, Stuart.
Yeah, they'll just be starting. Yeah.
We haven't talked much about whiting recently, but I know there's been a few caught up around the council chambers / Hotter up at Bundle there, at the back of there in Rang River. It's been really good night times to go there. Beachworms, bloodworms, yabbies aren't too bad, but beachworms are what I use. They work well. Stewie, tail off the beach. Have you heard much this week at all?
Mate, not a heap, because obviously that weather's been a bit average, doggy, and the swell's been a bit big. But look, they're definitely turning up. They're moving through. Other than that, like you can always fish those closer gutters, doggy. Heaps of whiting, heaps of sea bream, flatties, as we were saying before. All in those close gutters.
Oh, that's very good.
And you know what? Those close gutters, you don't need a surf rod. It's easier, but you can fish it with your 7 footer, mate.
7'6", yeah. They're just right there at your feet.
Yep.
They're talking the whiting, flatties, and dart and whatever.
Yeah.
I was a tailor. Sometimes a tailor close too, but generally out the back.
Yeah, a bit further out. Yeah.
Okay, Stewie, what else happening in the Broadwater? Have you heard of any like giant herrings or threadfin salmon? Or
not much, mate. Not many people in the elite threadfin club yet, mate. Just one at this shop, mate. Look, there's been a couple of giant herring, a couple of tarpon, trevally and stuff like that. Vibe been up around the Aldershots near that houseboat wreck, which is near the red marker halfway up. But look, not a great deal. I kind of tape it off a little bit, but they're still there.
Yeah. Okay, give that a go.
Yeah.
Bream everywhere.
Yeah. Look, there's definitely a spawning bite. So deeper water around the seaway's good. Around the north wall of wave break, that type of area in that deep hole.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. The old deep hole off of Runaway Bay. Yeah, all through there.
Yep. And the one there's a bit of a coffee rock there, sort of opposite Baby Harbour on this main channel heading down to the seaway side.
Yeah, along those red markers. Yeah.
Red markers. So you'll see the water's all stirred up there. If you run your sound line, go like 17 and 30, and then come back up to 12 and be all over the joints sort of thing. Yeah, on the western side of the red. Okay. Yeah. Just off the channel. Yeah. Give that a crack, especially on the tide when it's not running too hard. Yeah. High or low. Vibe is really good. Or just bait fish. Yeah. Get snapper there too. Small ones, 40 centimetres sometimes. Yeah. Okay, that's probably about it. If you land-based guys, flatties, the tide's not really the best this weekend because you've got low tide in the morning, but it might be worth a crack on the canal entrances where you've got the weed beds, and because it's lower tide you can walk out a bit, and as the tide's coming in they'll come over the weed into the flats. I'll be fishing little hard bodies for sure. Or maybe maybe soft plastics as well, but definitely little hard bodies. One of our customers actually at our seminar last week, we did one on casting hard bodies and trolling and on flatties, and he sent me through a picture of one of the lures he got in his bag. Got a nice 50 centimetre off land base, so he was really happy. Great to see. Okay, so Stu, that's probably about it for inshore. Up the dam, went for driver in the dam the other day just to have a bit of a look, check it out. It looks so good. So much timber there on that western side. Right up to the bridge that goes up to Natural Arch, all the way through to there. And even on the other side of the bridge that goes up Natural Arch, it looks pretty good. But definitely worth a go for bass if you want to start getting into it. The next 3 months has been their bite best normally. So September, October, November.
Lead up to the hot weather.
Yeah, that's right. And so if it's too windy, maybe go to the dam and cast some lures, troll some lures, do some soft fives. Give it a crack. Remember, you can have your outboard on the boat, but you must have your fuel line disconnected or your motor tilted up and use the electric only. Or row. That's what I get Stu to do. Okay.
We wouldn't be going too far with these chicken arms, Dougie, mate. We're trolling along the bank very close to the boat ramp.
With the wind behind us.
That's right.
Okay, so that's probably about it, guys. So anyhow, good luck. Get out there. Don't forget, we've got a special on all our flatty gear leading up to the Flatty Classic, so till the end of September. And it's so everything except for reels, which we match online price in the reels. That's anything to do with flatty gear. And we also have that competition going through. We do. Where we have a fishing competition internal of our store, the 4 best fishers in our store, and there was 3 of us working. Just joking. But we all get together and we draw 4 people over a hat, and you guys fish with us for the day, one-on-one. in our boats, and we have a great time. So every $50 spend that you do on fishing Flathead gear, you get a ticket into that draw. So good luck. Okay, definitely follow us on our Facebook, our YouTube and Instagram pages, and you can watch the tutorials on there and learn who to tell friends about it, and get out there and have a crack this weekend. Enjoy the water, be safe.
Yep.
That's it. We'll see you either here at the shop or at the seminar, or it might be on the water. See you then. Bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Thanks.